Welcome back to Wave It Dogger. We are back. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. The first series preview of the 2024 Orioles season. We're so back. We're so fucking back. Oh my god, I can't believe it. We're finally back to the origins of Wave It Dogger. Why I even started this channel in the first place? My O's. Orioles versus Angels kicks off tomorrow. Home opener in Camden Yards. Corbin Burns on the bump. I got some notes to talk about, but I'm hyped. It's time. We're finally back. After a disappointing fall in the ALDS last season to the Texas Rangers, the Orioles are back. The next chapter. The Orioles are officially owned by David Rubenstein. Can you believe it? No more John Angelos. Peter Angelos is dead. Rest in peace. May he rest in peace. But we're back. We're back. Let's go. Let's get into these notes. Game 1 will be Mr. Corbin Burns versus Patrick Sandoval. Orioles, newly acquired ace. The first, top 5 ace that we've had since, Mike Messina. 20 years. Can you believe it? It's ridiculous. 2 years removed from a Cy Young Award. Struck out 200 batters last year. Pretty great. Led the league in whip. I'm going to have a definition of whip and other stats I name up top over here. And he placed 8th in Cy Young. This guy is fantastic. He's definitely a top 5 pitcher in baseball. I really don't think you can argue against that. It's probably, he's in there, probably Spencer Strider, you could say. Probably Garrett Cole, but Garrett Cole's out. Corbin Burns is an actual ace that the Orioles are employing and able to put out every 5 days. That's crazy. It's crazy. Corbin Burns is an Oriole. I still can't believe it. Yeah, Corbin Burns on the bump tomorrow. His first career start as an Oriole. Oh my god, it just feels too good to be true. I'm so excited to see him out there. It's just, I'm blessed. God bless. And the Angels will be trotting out Mr. Patrick Sandoval. He had a rough season last year, as did every Angels player besides Ohtani, honestly. I got a hair on my face. Whatever. Rough season last year for Patrick Sandoval. 7-13 record, over 28 starts. Get this hair off my face. ERA north of 4. Looking to improve as he escapes Ohtani's shadow. How about that writing for you? But yeah, Patrick Sandoval, not really that impressive stuff. Just kind of mediocre, as have the Angels been for the last... they've made the playoffs in 2014, so the last 10 years, which is crazy. Poor Mike Trout. But yeah, Patrick Sandoval is their opening day starter, which is just a rough spot to be in. I'm praying for you Angels fans, but I like Patrick Sandoval. I think he has good stuff. He's a good dude. Obviously, I don't want him to be good tomorrow, but he's just in a tough spot. And the Anaheim Angels are in a tough spot. But yeah, so Patrick Sandoval, Corbin Burns, Game 1, guaranteed starters. And the rest of these pitching matchups will be my predictions based off of what I've seen online via Rock Kabatko, the Orioles Masson reporter, and an Angels beat reporter I found on Twitter. So Game 2, Wave It Dogger predictions. Grayson Rodriguez versus Tyler Anderson. I think Grayson's pretty set in stone since Bradish is injured. And Tyler Anderson has been on the Angels roster and just went through the top 5, and it was Sandoval, Tyler Anderson. So, a few notes on these guys. Grayson, I think he had a pretty successful rookie year. Obviously, he struggled his first few starts, and they sent him back down to Norfolk after that insanely terrible start against Texas Friday night on the City Connect debut. I remember that night very vividly. He went back down to Norfolk. He improved on some things. He came back incredibly. His second half ERA was, what did I say here, 2.58, which is crazy. Over 13 starts in the second half. Ridiculous. But yeah, Game 2 starter in ALDS as a rookie. That's awesome. Yeah, Grayson, I think he had a successful rookie year. I'm really excited for his sophomore season. A lot of people have him as a dark horse Cy Young candidate, which I think is super dope. We honestly have 3 Cy Young capable pitchers. 2 healthy ones, but once Bradish comes back, I could see him. He placed 3rd in Cy Young last season, so it's no coincidence. But yeah, Grayson, I'm just excited to see what he's got. I think every Oriole's going to come back hungry. I've said that a million times, but I'm really excited to see Grayson back on the bump. Hopefully, he's the starter on Saturday. That's just my guess. But yeah, gas can Grayson, baby. Let's go, G-Rod. Grayson. Yeah. And then Tyler Anderson is my prediction for the Angels Game 2 starter. Like I said, similar to Sandoval, just a mediocre last season. He was an all-star with the Dodgers in 2022, so he's going to hope to return to that form. But last season, 5.43 ERA, 27 appearances. ERA plus below 1. I'm going to put the definition up there as well. But basically, ERA plus is, they normalize ERA across every ballpark because, in Coors, a lot of pitchers are going to have really high ERAs because of the altitude. Like, Coors Field is a hitter's ballpark, while Camden Yards is a pitcher's ballpark due to the dimensions of the field. And I'm pretty sure that's the same thing with, I think the Giants is a hitter's ballpark, I think, because of the dimensions. Or it could be, I don't know. But ERA plus normalizes ERA across the league. That way, it gives you a sense of like, okay, what if this pitcher was pitching anywhere else besides, 81 games in their potentially pitcher-friendly ballpark. But yeah, Tyler Anderson had an ERA plus below 1. So like 100 is the average. So if you have 100 ERA plus, that means you're an average pitcher generally, ERA speaking. But he had a ERA plus below 100. So average mediocre season for him. Like I said, looking to return to his 2022 form. Yeah, I mean the Angels rotation just looks a lot slimmer. I'm gonna say that without Ohtani, because Ohtani was just whenever you have an ace, whenever you have an ace and like 4 other like mediocre dudes, it just makes your rotation look a lot better because you have that ace. But like I said, Tyler Anderson looking to return to his 2022 form with the Dodgers when he was an All-Star, 15-5, I think, which is crazy. My Game 3 predictions for the starters: Tyler Wells versus Reed Detmers. Tyler Wells had a really interesting 2023 season. His whole schedule for the first month pushed forward because when Bradish got hit in the leg against the Rangers in April, Tyler Wells finished that game off and he had a fantastic game. And for his next 4 months, he led the league in WHIP. I'm gonna put that up there as well, but it's walks and hits per innings pitched, I think. So he was really good at limiting base runners. He had a really good ERA. I think he was 7-2 as a starter or something over the first few months. But then he got injured in late July, so he missed August and then became a relief pitcher. And going into this season without the John Means and Kyle Bradish injuries, I had him as a reliever, I also had Cole Irvin as a reliever, but both of those guys are in the rotation because of John Means and Kyle Bradish being out. But Tyler Wells as a starter now at this point because of John Means and Kyle Bradish. But I think he had overall a very impressive 2023 season. I'm just excited to see him back on the bump. I like Tyler Wells a lot. Good dude, giant dude. And I love all of our players. There's nobody on this team that I dislike, but just a really interesting season for Tyler Wells. I'm excited to see what he's got. He has a really good fastball. Just a big guy, number 68, my guy, Tyler Wells. But yeah, that's my prediction for the Game 3 starter. Either him or Dean Kramer, honestly. But I want to see Dean Kramer start Game 4 because I love Dean Kramer. And then Reed Detmers. Promising young ace. He had a pretty good sophomore season in 2022. Fell back down to earth in 2023. Like I said, similar to the rest of the Angels rotation. Relatively mediocre. He had a flat 100 ERA plus. So, that means he's average. 10K per nine, which is pretty impressive. Give up 19 homers over 28 starts. Only way to go is up. That's my writing on these notes here. But yeah, this Angels rotation is just kind of, just average, run-of-the-mill stuff. Like I said, losing Ohtani just makes that rotation look a lot, little. But, yeah, those are my predictions for the starters. Corbin Burnes and Patrick Sandoval is guaranteed for Game 1. But then, once you go beyond that, I'm thinking Grayson Rodriguez, Tyler Anderson, and then I'm thinking Tyler Wells, Reed Detmers, but, who knows? But, those are just my thoughts, just offering you guys some stats and some interesting ways of looking at it. But that's the pitching matchups. But, besides that, Orioles roster is relatively set. We signed Tony Kemp a few days ago. Jackson Holliday is not up with the team, which is, an interesting choice. You're choosing to have Tyler Nevin and Tony Kemp on your, opening day roster instead of Jackson Holliday after he had a relatively impressive spring minus, a lot of the strikeouts. Colton Cowser does make the opening day lineup, which is awesome. I'm really excited to see what he can do. I liked what I saw from him a little bit in last season. Last season he did strike out a lot, and I don't know. I like Colton Cowser a lot, and he had a ridiculously impressive spring. He was batting 390 with 5 homers. It was insane. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited and happy for him. I know he's a great clubhouse guy. Everybody loves him there. Everybody loves everybody in the Orioles clubhouse. They're all friends. But I'm just really happy for him. And yeah, Ryan McCann didn't make the opening day lineup, so that's a positive of this whole thing. But yeah, I'm just ready for this game to get going. I just need the season to start. Gunnar Henderson, baby. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm going to the game. I will be vlogging it, video logging it, so look out for that. Wave of Docker vlogs. How about that? Orioles got me moving different. That's all I care about at this point. But yeah, I guess I ended off with my opening day lineup prediction. I'm going to say Adley, obviously behind the dish. Corbin Burns pitching. And then we're going to go Mountie at first, Westberg at second, Gunnar at short, Urias at third base, Austin Hayes, Mullins, and then either Santander or Ryan O'Hearn in right, and then Santander or Ryan O'Hearn at DH. That's my prediction. Or maybe we could see some silly stuff with, Santander and right and Colton Cowser DHing. I don't know. I'm just really curious to see if they're going to platoon O'Hearn and Mountcastle or just have O'Hearn be like an occasional DH kind of thing. Because I really like Ryan O'Hearn, and I don't really think that his really good last season was a fluke. I think he's going to come out and really impress. But I'm just so excited for the season to get going, guys. Go O's. That's all I got to say. Gunnar Henderson, baby. I mean, what else is there to say? What else is there to say? It's Gunnar Henderson. Look how awesome he is. It's Gunnar Henderson. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're back. We're back in the swing of things. Orioles series preview. That's what it's all about. Wave of Docker. This is what I was made for. Go O's. I'll see you guys in the next video. Look out for that vlog coming up soon. Get ready, guys. Go O's. Let's fucking go.